And I want to give the university enough money to build the engineering school and build it now.
Former Governor Bill Clinton had been at the Fayetteville airport just 1 week ago, making a last call for support in the Democratic runoff election. This morning, he greeted many of the same people again, but this time he came as a winner, his party's candidate for governor. He came to thank the people who had worked for him, to urge them to get ready for the campaign against Frank White, and to offer a few words of caution.
There has been a lot of billing of this campaign or characterization of it as a rematch, Rocky Part 2 or something like that. But I want to caution you about that. An election is not primarily a personal struggle between two candidates. People do not give of their time and their money. They do not go out and fight in the streets and knock on doors primarily just to see some sort of sporting event between two people who are vying for a job. This is a struggle for the people of our state.
For a while this morning, it looked like Clinton's 8-city tour of the state might be rained out. He had to cut his Fayetteville visit short as storm clouds moved into the area, and his small twin-engine plane left for Harrison only moments before the first heavy thunderstorm hit. The severe weather later forced Clinton to cancel his scheduled stop at Fort Smith, but a spokesperson at the Clinton campaign headquarters said that this was the only visit affected by the weather. In Fayetteville, this is Steve Voorhees reporting for the News People.
It was a fiery Bill Clinton who addressed more than 1,000 students gathered on the campus mall this afternoon. The tone of the speech was reminiscent of those that candidate Clinton gave while first seeking the governor's mansion in 1978. The governor told the students that since his first administration, the percentage of the state budget devoted to prisons had doubled at the direct expense of aid to higher education. Clinton said that of the proposed $34 million in increased aid to higher education, $9.5 million will be earmarked for faculty salaries. He said he was determined to stop the turnover of qualified instructors, now running at 13+% annually on this campus. That's a rate 2 times greater than the national average. However, the governor's most impassioned remarks were directed at the proposed improvements in campus facilities.
You see that T-shirt over there that says, "Pray for me, I go to school in the chemistry building"? Well, one of my proposals is that I want to give you enough money before the first of the year to fix the chemistry building. Before the first of the year. And I want to give the university enough money to build the engineering school and build it now.
Governor Clinton said the state now has a golden opportunity to do something we won't have to make excuses for later, saying that from now until the end of the special session, the legislators are the most important people in the state. Clinton urged the students to use the weekend to contact their hometown representatives to urge their support for his educational plan. In conclusion, the governor said the time has come to make voting against the future of Arkansas more hazardous than voting for the state's future. The remark was welcomed here with a standing ovation. From Fayetteville, Mike Thomas reporting for the News People. Governor Clinton told the audience of JBU students and faculty that it wasn't him who handpicked the teacher testing proposal for close public scrutiny. Instead, Clinton says all he did was refuse to exempt teachers from being held accountable within the educational system. Speaking on the general topic of the government's role in a free enterprise system, Clinton said it is the government's responsibility, particularly at the state and local level, to develop its people as this country's primary natural resource. The key to maintaining the free enterprise system, he said, rests with our ability to train and educate people. At a press conference following the speech, the governor was asked if the teacher testing issue would spell his political demise. Clinton said not only would that not be the case, but he thought that if anything, the opposite would be true.
You want to be reelected, but people want you to stand for something other than your own reelection. So let me say that I feel very, very strongly that this education program will be the basis of my reelection, not the basis of my undoing. Now, I know that some of my opponents think it will be, because they say that we'll get everybody who's against the sales tax, and then we'll get the teachers to leave Clinton, and we just get the people that voted against him last time, too, then we got enough votes to beat him. I mean, that's sort of what they think. But I believe the people of our state are behind this program and will stay with me on it, and will understand that if I'm not reelected, there'll be a strong likelihood that something could happen to it.
The governor went on to unveil the second phase of his educational reform package, calling for the appointment of another Blue Ribbon Commission to study the state's teacher training programs, recertification process, and to take a look at the in-class performances of Arkansas teachers. From Siloam Springs, Mike Thomas reporting for the News People.